How's it going, everybody? Welcome to OP Entertainment. I'm Omar Darwish.
And I'm Kik Cherian.
And this is our review of The Naked Gun 2025.
The Naked Gun. The other ones all have other names.
Is this a reboot, a sequel?
It's a legacy sequel like we've seen from a lot of other franchises, right?
So,
We're setting it in the same world, but we're kind of telling our own story.
I haven't seen the original Naked Gun. You have.
Yeah.
That being said, it didn't feel much like there's maybe for me it felt like there was one reference to the original movie, and then it felt like its own thing for the most part.
There's more than one. There's a couple gags that they brought back from earlier. There's a couple bits. There's more than one. It definitely is heavily influenced.
I guess I didn't feel lost, I'm missing a lot.
Yeah.
So let's just get into it. Pratik, what'd you think of this movie?
I don't know. We've both talked about this before. Comedy is really hard to judge because a lot of times the point isn't we're not going into the characters and the plot because that's kind of not the point. And especially in a movie like this with this style of comedy that it's going for, the plot really doesn't. It's not trying to be a serious movie at all. And when I say not trying to be a serious movie, it doesn't care about plot, about structure, about
story,
the point is to throw as much comedy and gags at you as possible.
Yeah,
and that makes it a really hard movie to try to judge.
They wrote 1,000 jokes. They're hoping half of them hit, right? And you're right as to say that they don't really care about plot, story, scene transition, anything. It's a movie. It's a quick movie.
It's a movie that's designed to pack as many gags as possible.
You're saying it's really hard to review comedies. It's really hard to review. I think it's easy to review comedies when they're super funny or not funny at all. When it's just funny enough or kind of funny, it's hard to be I feel like I don't want to be the wet blanket. It was funny, but you can't go into these movies with a notepad and criticizing it. So
I tell you what. The guys in front of us who were definitely not sober. I'll let you decide what kind of not sober they were.
What's up?
But this was the greatest movie they've ever seen.
Did that hurt the experience for you? Because the audience was laughing at everything, even stuff that I felt weren't even jokes. So I was I don't know. Did that hurt it? Did it help it? Would it be better to watch this just on streaming? Because I want to say, just wait for this on streaming. You don't have to waste your money if you don't feel like this.
Yeah, I'm always one where I think audience experience helps it. I do think where the disconnect happened is I was watching it and I'm just am I the problem? Is it me? Should I be not sober?
Yeah. No, definitely. If we got drunk before this, super drunk before this, I think we would have enjoyed it. If you're gonna get super drunk with your friends and then throw on a comedy, this will do the trick. I think that put that on the poster, right? That's the review. If you want to be super critical about it, it's not the best story. It's not an original story. It's parodying movies you've seen before. So
you know what I will say, as someone who has seen the original, I thought that this movie was at its best when it was spoofing more modern movies and at its worst when it was trying to capture something from the original.
Okay. I was going to say, did it feel, how does this fall in line with those movies? The original trilogy?
Yeah, I mean, again, it's very much, it's that same style of humor, I would say. Yeah. It's very much the same style.
So because I'd never seen the original, I went to go try to see if it was on any streaming service last night. It wasn't, so I just watched Airplane. Or maybe it was on Paramount, but I don't have
Paramount Plus.
I don't have Paramount. So it wasn't on a streaming service I have, right? So I just watched Airplane instead. And Airplane didn't even hold up for me as much as I wanted to. It was really funny, and it was funnier than even this. But I think it was actually about in the vein of this.
I hesitate to compare anything to Airplane because I enjoy it so much. And I feel if I'm this is kind of like Airplane, I'm setting you up for disappointment. But it is it's a very similar brand of humor.
It's very Seth MacFarlane humor. I was watching it, I was Seth MacFarlane is clearly this is the most influential movie for him. Yeah,
this one. So,
not just this, Airplane in general. I'm watching Airplane. I'm this just feels like Family Guy. Family Guy must take so much inspiration from Airplane and this genre of movie in general. I'm younger, I guess, not from that generation, so maybe this is just over my head. But yeah, no shock that he produced this. It feels it really feels kind of a live action episode of Family Guy, and not in a bad way. If you don't like Family Guy, I don't know if you'd like this. If you can't laugh at everything, I don't know if you're gonna be able to laugh at this movie. So yeah, that stuff. If you're not gonna laugh at this movie, you're not gonna enjoy this movie. So that's also
because again, the movie's just a vehicle for the jokes. Yeah. So more than any other movie that I think we've ever reviewed, the jokes make or break this.
Yeah. So that being said, very tough to score this movie.
Yeah.
You ready to score it?
Yeah, I'm ready to score it. I'm gonna give it a 5.
Okay. Yeah.
Because you know what?
Yeah.
I laughed at like less
Half
than
the
half
jokes?
the
Yeah.
yeah, it was good. Liam Neeson's definitely trying his best. And I thought he was
Yeah,
fine.
we didn't talk enough about that. Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson are the reason to see this movie. They're hilarious. They're funny. Like it just seeing like, especially Liam Neeson, who's usually doing these like dry, like serious roles. Like just thinking like he was in Schindler's List and then also he's in this. It's
his
hilarious.
His ability to
Yeah.
pivot between that and to deliver these like jokes with the straightest face possible.
Exactly, yeah.
That's what sells it.
No, perfect. I'm thinking I might get high 5, maybe 6. I'm thinking 6. Yeah, high 5. High 5 or a 6. Let's just say 5. It's just so hard to be critical about this, like we said.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say you need to see this with like a large audience because it kind of hurt my experience. Maybe
Yeah, it might help. I don't know.
It might help your experience, give or take, depending on the person. But I think this is going to be a real hit on streaming. This has a crazy high Rotten Tomatoes score for a comedy, so it's at like 90%.
Yeah, my thing with that is I feel like a lot of movies get lost in the streaming shuffle. But you're right. It's definitely one that like if it's like late at night and you're just throwing something on with your friends, like it'll do the trick.
This will be popular on streaming for sure, though. I think, especially because it's getting good word of mouth now, and like
yeah, that's fair enough. All right, what are we doing next week?
Next week we have probably my most anticipated movie for the rest of the year, Weapons by Zach Greger. I can't wait for this, so hopefully I'm not super sad and disappointed next week. We'll see you guys.
Look at that. It's the first time he's ever prepared.
I know.
We'll see ya.